Hi, this is Greg with Lionquestfitness. Today we're going to talk some more about the Taurus 856 Executive. I'm going to talk about speedloaders, holsters, ammunition, and how it compares to the regular 856. All right, let's talk about ammunition first. Now, this is 38 Special rated for plus P. And what we were shooting today was 125 grain Georgia Arms plus P 38 Special. Now, I don't know that they make that particular configuration of bullet anymore, but it was my carry round for several years. Now, one thing that I can say from experience and also from seeing many Gun Sam revolver aficionado videos, you know, that 1 inch of barrel, that extra inch of barrel adds 100 to 150 feet per second in velocity to a round, to a revolver round. So having that extra inch of barrel does count as far as your power, how much power you're going to send down range. So what about speed loaders? Now, with the other grips, and we're going to use the original grips in the next video, but many people have commented that most speed loaders will not work. Now, these are the Renegade Pacmar grips, and this is a HKS speed loader, and it will work, but it's a bit of a tight fit. So what I do like to use is the Zeta 6 because I can lay it square and I can pull it out. All right. So as for speed loaders, a lot's going to depend on the grips you have on the gun. Now, this is an Azula holster I use for my 856 snub and also my Taurus 605. And this one seems to fit very well. Now, a thing about Azula, it can be hit or miss sometimes as far as how well their holsters fit your gun. But you could probably specify 856 3-inch, and they probably send you a decent holster for a moderately decent price. One thing I have found with that company, if you are not happy with the product, they will exchange it. All right, but is there any other options? Well, let's look at the Silver Dollar Pancake holsters by Simply Rugged Holsters. And this is the one for my Smith & Wesson 640. Now, these are very good holsters. I like them. They're also made to be worn inside the waistband. They have some straps to go over your belt, but I prefer outside the waistband. And with this one, because of this cut here, I can also carry this as a cross draw. So Steve Pugmire, who this beautiful revolver belongs to, he also sent me his holster. Now, this is a Rob Leahy Simply Rugged holster, and I like it. It's also made to be worn in the waistband, but as you can see, I took the straps off and was using it for outside the waistband. And this holster works very well and a very good fit. The only thing that I would wish is that it would have the cut right here where you could use it as a cross draw. All right, let's compare the Executive to a stock 856 snub. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is the finish. And they've spent a good bit of time polishing this gun and giving it what they call a satin finish. Now, how about trigger action? Well, let's look and see. Now, with the standard 856, you come to a wall about right here that you have to give it a good pull. Smooth, smooth, wall, stiff, and then bang. However, with the executive, it's smooth all the way through. Almost like a Smith & Wesson trigger. A comment on my last video about another channel that were doing testing on the executive and the cylinder had fallen off. Well, there's a reason why, and it has to do with these cylinder screws they put in these Taurus revolvers. I've had several of them back out after prolonged shooting or shooting hot ammunition, and that's something you have to be aware of, that these screws will back out. And what I've done with most of my Taurus revolvers, I've taken the screw out, and if memory serves me right, there's a little spring you have to be very careful not to lose underneath that screw. And I just put some blue Loctite on the screw, and that tends to help keep it from backing out. The Taurus Executive Defender, is it any good? So far, I see a lot to like about it, and it's definitely a gun that I could work with. And we're going to try the stock grips next go round, and we're going to test it and run it against a couple of Smith & Wesson revolvers. And this is Greg with Lionquest Fitness.